haka will be led here by Jacob Payne of Southland Boys High School, and Grey College are up for the challenge. Against arguably the best schoolboy rugby team in the world, Jonker goes left. Good pass there from Brits. And another good running there by FOURIE. So we can see for Grey College a lot of replacement players on the field who didn't start in their first game of the festival. Udafia gives it to Leslie Buerta, man of the match against Christchurch Boys High School. And College just looks so composed, and bursting away is Danwich Beerkus, who opens the account for Grey College.
Yeah, we chatted about Danwich Beerkus, definitely one for the future, and this whole tournament so far. The first game he played off the bench, suffered a shoulder injury that he needed to overcome, but just show his class now. And it all started way back from that kickoff. Gray made the turnover, put up some phases, got the set phase going, and with ball in hand, Gray always be difficult to stop. Conversion to come now, not the most difficult kicks, but with the wind blowing on the field, you never know.
Udafia, and the radar is on early. His kicking was also pretty good against Christchurch Boys High School, and there is the try scorer. What a talent.
Yes, definitely. I think Grey have a lot of talent there, and the number 9 is kicking very well. Southland definitely need to hang on to the ball. I think if they can get a good restart now, maybe...
Back there's RICARDO FOURIE, and this is just so impressive. Making meters at will out here at Marcotta Field, and they got numbers on the right. Small Smith does brilliantly. That's a great pass. Leslie Buerta, great stuff. Yes, JD Odendal, he'll be difficult to stop. JD Odendal carves up the defense. Grey College get their second try of the game.
Yeah, beautiful try. That's what schoolboys rugby is all about. And I think Grey surprised Southland with that driving maul out of the 22, almost make 30 meters with that maul. And then they sucked in the defenders, and then with the speed of Small Smith on the outside, the guys have some serious skill, getting the balls into the wider channel. Beautiful try. And I think that's exactly what schoolboys rugby is all about. Not kicking all your position away, make use of your opportunities, let the ball do the work. And I think if Grey continue with that form, it's going to be a long day for Southland. Southland must make use of their opportunities. Another successful conversion there. So yeah, hopefully Southland can have a hard chat behind the post now, and maybe from this restart. We saw them earlier with a clever little jab over the 10-meter line, regain position there. But it's one thing to regain position. If you can't keep the ball in the 22 in the danger zone, you're never going to put the points on the board.
2 in the previous game. They work the short side, beautifully done there by George Cronje. Third try of the game for Grey College.
Yes, the captain going in there for a try. Yeah, so I think the forwards really playing nicely. The 2 lock forwards interacting there with each other, and then get the ball into the right hands. And like I said earlier, with that small little jab through, Grey won't mind putting the ball into touch. Southland doesn't look if they want to keep the ball, so Grey just want to get into the red zone, and if Grey can get their hands on the ball, then it's almost 100% they're going to put the points on the board. Let's see, I think a little bit more of a difficult kick now. Wind is blowing strongly, but the way this guy's kicking at the moment, almost sure the guys at the back will want to raise the flags. 2 out of 2, and also a phenomenal record on the first game against Christchurch. So yeah, let's see what he can do.
With a fear. And he does really well, considering that heavy gust of wind. Overthrow there, and a great inside ball. This is why they play the best rugby in the country. Ian Small-Smith, he's like Shane Williams, this fella, and he scores a stupendous try for Grey College.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail there. Overthrow, one would think it was planned that way, and then the clever little inside ball got the Southland guys off guard there, and then the pace of Small-Smith on the outside, you're never going to catch him with that much space. So yeah, once again, from another turnover in the 22, Grey didn't kick the ball away, make use of it, and they went 80 yards to go and score that try. So yeah, Southland can kick themselves not hanging on to their ball. It might have been a 5-pointer for Southland, and then 30 seconds later, Grey is dotting down on the other end of on the field.
Craven week last year, Ian Small-Smith, or the fear, well, he can do that in his sleep. And what a prospect as well. He shows that rugby is for all sizes.
Yes, same with Small-Smith there, not the biggest of guys, but there's no substitution for pace, so he just shows once again, and I think he understands the game, he knows where the space is, and yeah, I think there's a bright future for the little guy.
And the thing is, really, they're 28 points up, but they're far from their best in a way, considering what they did a few days ago. But there's still a lot of time left. 24 minutes. Southland Boys High School want a try. Polico, and it's been stolen out of the tackle there. RICARDO FOURIE is going to get a meat pie for himself.
Yeah, yeah, another turnover. One can only have a chuck at it, but I think Grey making full use of the opportunities, and you think the scoreboard might reflect that way now, and they might put us a lot of points on the board now. Southland will probably slow the game down now. They don't want to put too much or want to give Grey too much of a run here. So yeah, Grey just showing all the guys coming off the bench have the ability to play these games. The big guy Polico losing that ball into contact. One would think it's over for Southland now.
And also Philip, I mean, if you look at the amount of games that top sides in the countries play these days, you've got Grey College are playing Middelburg next week, and then they have a week's break, and then they got Selborne away, and then all of a sudden it's Wildercarver, and they're playing Outeniqua and Paul Jim. Smith on Smith. Murrell, here's George Hall. And then he spills the pull, and it's play on. So this is where College are very effective. And look how quickly they move the ball into space. It's the human juggernauts. Marcel Miller, a fantastic ball. And this is rugby at its finest. There's one of two players who can score this try. And picking it up there is LUDIK. And he gets the 6th try of the game for Grey College.
Yeah, good patches of play from Southland coming to an end there, but one would believe the moment they get the ball into the wider channels, there is some space, and they get the momentum going. Unfortunately, they can't keep the ball in hand there, and against Grey College, they're always gonna put points to the board. But a clever little kick there, keep the ball in field, and then I think they follow up on that try. 2 guys can score that try. It just shows the work ethic in this Grey College team. They're really playing for one another, and yeah. There's like 5 guys around the ball and around the ruck arrow at all stages, so let's see if this conversion probably one of the more difficult kicks for him today.
I mean, you look at a guy like Marcel Miller who threw that offload, 100 kilograms, 1.83 meters, built like an absolute freak, and he can throw offloads for fun.
Yeah, he's an athlete. Chatted to the management earlier this week. I think he's quite he's a hurdler also. So you have all the speed, and with that body, he can only be devastated. And he just showed the ball in hand. He can create space for other players, drawing one or two people, and then get the offloader away with the speed. So yeah, I think he's a great athlete, a great rugby player, and got all the skill in the world. Once again, no mistake with the conversion. So yeah, full marks for the scrum half.
Murrell to Taylor. The skip pass, but it's a woeful one. And snapping it up there is FC du Plessis. Really close. So error after error from Southland Boys High School. They're their own worst enemy. Du Plessis with a magical ball.
Yeah,
and try time there for Ikeji.
Great try from Grey College. Yeah, Southland, unfortunately, the wind a little bit strong there, and then a wild pass not going to hand, and then Grey College on that loose ball make full use of the opportunity and showed the class there, all the skill in the world, the sneaky little ball through the legs, and yeah, and then they have all the speed and the power and the length on the outside to score a good try.
Ikeji, well, what a prospect as well. Grand Como with the Griffins last year, 96 kilograms, 1.96 meters, and just to put that into perspective, he's taller than Rico Ioane and taller than George North.
Yeah, no, he's a big fella, and especially schoolboy level, and I think there's a bright future for the youngster with that body and that speed and the agility and the skill sets. Yeah, I think his future is bright. Another good kick, full marks.
Bashal Ikeji, we just see the highlights again. What a ball that was from FC du Plessis, and then a terrific finish by Ikeji.
If they can get the ball into the wide spaces now, will certainly be a try.
FOURIE finding some space. It's a beautiful kip. Du Plessis, and that is just efficient.
Yes, a clever little kick from the scrum half. Just shows everyone he understands his game, he knows where the space is. They realize it's a turnover opportunity, and then the fullback was in the line, so really clever little kick from him, and then also the follow-up on the kick. Two guys chasing that kick, no fullback in place, easy try for Grey College.
8th try of the game, and FOURIE, well, that was just beautifully orchestrated, picture perfect kick.